Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you 2 replays in the Vanguard. And today's video is just going to be about, I'm going to have a result that's just kind of average and then a fairly decent result, and it's just in the Vanguard, it doesn't matter what kind of result you have, you just have lots of fun even when you have particularly average results. Now something else I want to mention is we're in a tier 10 game here on Thiefville Origin, a 3-man Vanguard platoon with Spandex and Felix. Is a lot of people I fight in Vanguard have full APCR loaded, and for anyone who's playing it, that will make the tank so much better to play. The extra cell velocity, the extra penetration, considering how bad this thing's gun handling is and you're always on the move. It's very hard to hit other light tanks on the move because of the shell velocity, etc, etc. So, for any of you out there who's got this, if you're having trouble with it, try full APCR might be the answer for you. I just don't do that because, well, I just don't. If you check all my videos, you will always say, I will use premium rounds, I have no problem using them, I just refuse to carry more premium than standard. So for everyone who uses full APCR on this, I understand why, because the gun handling's so bad, and I've been playing this tank a bit recently, and just, it is fun, but I've started to also understand how frustrating it is. Could potentially be the worst gun on any light at tier 8. Now, as you've seen in this game, it's tier 10 with a 3-man Vanguard platoon, and we're going in. And we're heading towards a little hill where I was expecting some TDs to be. We've not spotted anyone yet. However, we were expecting a TD, and a TD is what we're about to find. Me and Spandex have a little Vanguard bump there, and we spot a tier 10 TD. Very accurate. Very good aim time TD. And now we're just going to go in. Dodge his gun. He misses. And now he's going to die. So, tier 10 TD fired one shot this game and had a great time because Vanguards came for him. So we've just taken a tier 10 tank out the game straight away. And this is what I mean. You find a tank, you go for him. So we've just spotted the HMH. We could play a lot safer here, but we've just all decided, okay, next target, focus the friend's heavy tank. So you'll see we're going for him. And as I said, don't play carefully. You're meant to play these things stupid. Get round him. Drop down. I bounced the lasso off his engine deck. He actually pans me. And now I'm trying to move. Now he's finished off, and now we've done the exact same thing. We're picking a target, and as you can see, Felix is pinging the enemy ELC even 90. So we've decided, we know there's just a light to the left, we're going to ignore him, we're going to go for the even 90. I'm taking a slightly safer route to try and stay underneath the gun of the LT-432. And at this moment, the enemy Vanguard has actually flipped onto his side. So I'm coming over to shoot him and potentially ram him if I can. Because as you all know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I love ram killing people, or just ramming people in general. Come over, go for the ram. Interestingly enough, Spandex gets the kill on him before I ram him, but I still lose a little bit of health for ramming him, even though he was dead. So that's quite interesting, that. Now we're going in, staying on the move, also reloading, because there's still 2 artillery we have to be wary of. Now, we come over for the stockade, and I see him, and I'm thinking, okay, so he's AFK, so I'm about to go for the artillery, but as soon as he gets set on fire, I don't know, the bot program activates. I know there's no bots on console, but quite interesting how he started moving as soon as he got shot at. One shot hit the tracks, then I pan him, and then it gets hit the tracks or gets dropped by spaced armor. Now I would have loved to stop and aim, but I can't because, wait for it, artillery was aiming over here, that's why I didn't stop. I probably would have been able to pen those shots had I stopped to aim at the Fatherland, or stockade even. It's basically a Fatherland, let's be honest. Going for artillery, gonna hope my size and speed stop me from getting hit, but you're gonna see that this Progetto on the enemy team has some pretty good aim. Hits 2 out of 2 on me. And thankfully misses his third. I think I bounced off him with that shot on the move. Must have hit his turret. No more artillery to worry about. I've still got one shot left. Just gonna fire it off and go for a reload. Now the enemy still have a 257 left, and that's going to be a very fucking awkward tank to deal with. So you see I start loading APCR. 257 armor is quite trolly, especially low caliber guns, such as the kind of guns you get on light tanks. So I slow down here because I don't want to get spotted because I'm not reloaded yet. Start backing up so I don't get proxy spotted by the projectile. And the teammate finishes him off. So now we have an E4 and a 257. Start going towards the E4, then realize I can get behind the two of them. So going around with the APCR loaded. Now as I come up here, I see the E4 is actually driving and looking my direction. So, evasive maneuvers through the trees. E4 is now dead, and now we can converge on the 257, who's all on his lonesome. And I fuck up. I would have thought that would have panned. That one does pan. And then I missed the corner of his pike nose. It's not good shooting by me at the end there, but, you know what, fuck it. Vanguard's just doing Vanguard things. I'd say it's not just the Vanguard's doing good. Actually 1:30 PM driving in circle, stockade coming in. And over for the bottom tier game, just driving through, we took out a tier 10 tank instantly, right at the start, after he only fired one shot. And I'll say it again, when you're in platoon of Vanguard, you just saw you pick one tank and you all go for them at the same time. And it's quite a bit of fun. So 1900 damage, a bit of assistance. Tier 8 tanks did great this game, or actually 1:30 PM did good. Spandex got a decent bit of damage done. And overall, pretty good game, considering matchmaking. Now, the second game is going to be a bit different to this one, in that was a tier 10 game. And the next game is going to be a top tier game on steps. So hopefully, this game's going to be a bit more damage than the other one, because I'm top tier. So it's a bit more possible to do so. Now, I think this was actually the very next game. So there are two back-to-back games you played. So you see we're still in the Vanguard platoon. And now the enemy have a lot of light tanks too, including a platoon of their own, which is, I believe, a Vanguard and an LTTB. Now, the LTTB is worrying, because that's kind of like the anti-scout tank. Because it's got decent armor to bounce, very fast-firing gun with quite an accurate gun. And the tank itself is very fast, and it can ram us, if he so chose to do so. So I'm going to go through the field, because I've got the camo advantage, and I've got really good crew skills on this tank. All the V-range skills, all the camo skills, brothers in arms, so you see I actually be able to spot their Vanguard first. Now, I'm going to start driving toward the bush here, because I didn't realise that the Vanguard was driving right towards me. I thought he was going to turn off and drive in a horizontal line. But no, he kept driving at me. The LTTB's there. And now we're going to go for a bit of a light tank tango in the center of the field. Now, see, I don't want to stop, because they could have people sniping from the back. And this is where the Vanguard falls off, because that LTTB will be far more accurate on the move than I am. Now, just because I'm reloading doesn't mean I want to stop. I'm going to keep moving for spots. Get to the bus. I'm just going to do a bit of spotting whilst I'm reloading. Now, the Vanguard's heading straight towards me. I'm getting ready to push out as soon as he comes over. And as soon as I get spotted, time to go. Now, I only hit 1 of 3, but you know what? Any damage done to their light tank is always helpful for later if we run into them. Reloading again. IS-2, I don't want to get hit by him because that'd be a large chunk of my hit points gone. I'm just going to hide behind the rock while I reload. Now you're going to say, you never want to leave a fellow Vanguard on his own, so now that I'm reloaded, he pushed the IS-2 and I'm going in with him. Now I see the enemy light tank coming on the map, so as soon as I finish this clip, I need to get out of here. Now, unfortunately, Felix does finish off the IS-2, which is good, but the light tanks are on him. And I'm reloading. So what you're going to see is, because he's taking damage, I try to drive in front of the LTTB to block him. And it gets a little tap on me, but I don't actually get the full block on him. Because I know they're going for Felix now, because he's on lower hit points. Now, I auto-lock, which is a horrible thing to do in a Vanguard because of its terrible shell velocity and gun handling. No idea where that shot went. And then I bounce off his ass. So, as much as a meme as the Vanguard is, it's not quite as much of a meme as the LTTB with its armor and fucking ramming potential against other light tanks and its gun. Like, the LTTB is such a good light tank, it's unbelievable. Right, going in again. The LTTB picks up Felix, but we are going in to avenge him. Spandex picks up the kill on the LTTB. And there's Centurion 1 here on lowest hit points. Get 2 shots in. And then I fuck up the last shot. And the thing about the Centurion, it's very accurate and it reloads quite fast. Thankfully, I do manage to avoid the shells by weaving left and right. And Spandex has just finished going in for his run. Now I want to finish off the Centurion. But right before I reload, Yak Panther finishes him off. Now, full of Tiger 2. I'm going to fuck up here. That was a really risky shot to take. I didn't have much chance of hitting it, so I don't know why I took it. But, you know, just Vanguard things. As I stated before, you don't really play this tank too seriously. I bounced that shell off top of his turret or something. Because again, you saw how big the aiming circle was when I fired. And now I'm reloading yet again. Now, you will see this at a later point, but I've actually been trying to play the Vanguard with high explosive only recently. And let me tell you, that is a painful, but at the same time hilarious experience. So I do have a replay of that to show you what I'm going through. It's not a good game yet, but I'm confident if I get lucky with the matchmaking, and a bit of luck at some other areas with RNG, I'm confident I can get an ace tanker with full high explosive. So I clip out the back of the Tiger 2, I don't manage to kill him, which is unfortunate, because now we need to hope our T-69 can reload in time to kill him. And then I'm going for the SU-130PM and the Crusader SP. Now I'm thinking, do I ignore the Crusader SP and go for the SU-130PM, or is ignoring an artillery in my Vanguard a death sentence? Now the artillery just fired, so I actually decided I'm going to finish him off, and now watch this. Bounce off his tracks, miss that one, and then finally finish him off. So, again, that was painful to watch that. Now SU-130PM, I'm not loaded yet. Now the SU-130PM doesn't have a foot first turret. Now I thought I could get up here, but even in a Vanguard apparently I can't. So Spandex has just done his drive-by, and right as he's leaving, I'm just about loaded, so now I'm going in for mine. 2 shots, 55 hit points, 3. Only 2 enemies left, including the stockade. And the stockade's my current target just because he's closer. The Pantera's all the way to the other side of the map, where the stockade's in the centre, driving towards the base. Now Pantera does pick up our Tiger 1, so he does have shots over here, and the Pantera does have quite an accurate gun. So I'm just going to rely on RNG to try and protect me. It might work, it might not, but, you just take that risk. Aiming in, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3rd shot, do get the track. I'm going to take a very big risk, and that's what I'm going to drive out in front of him. He did just fire, so with his interclip I should get by. Spandex finishes him off, and now it's time to go get the Pantera. And this is a good example of where this thing's surprising amount of gun depression comes in handy. See, Spandex going to the right, I'm going to the left, because he can only turn his turret in one direction, so whoever he's looking at, the other one can shoot him. And you're going to see this hill right here. Going to get the gun depression, aim over it, 1 shot, back up, move forward, try to make myself an awkward target. And I do finish him off. And you see he actually just gave up and even trying to hit me. And looked away. So you saw a bottom tier game before, this is a top tier game. You see, easier to do a lot more damage in this one, also a smaller map. And you saw that we were able to deal with the light tanks as quick as we could. So if you can deal with the enemy light tanks, you've got a much better chance. 70,000 profit, 4,100 damage, 450 assists, and 3 kills for a high caliber and a first class mastery. But one thing I will say to anyone joining a Vanguard is when you're fighting other light tanks, obviously derp light tank like the turtle and the tusk you gotta be wary of. And also, your worst fear when you're top tier, LTTBs. Be very careful if you're trying to fight an LTTB. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all in the next one.